Crafters here today for a little bit of something different. We're going to be building a sealed deck of Timespiral Remastered. A set I'm really excited to be playing with and to be getting my hands on. I think it's really, really interesting. So without much further ado, let's get into cracking some packs of this amazing set and see what we can build. So I've got my 6 packs here from the fantastic Gathering Point Games. Thank you again, Lewis, for bringing them across today. Hand delivered. Nice and COVID safe. And we are going to see what I've got. Now, obviously, we're really hoping to open some time-shifted foils, but we'll see what else we get. First of all, Search for Tomorrow. Ooh, quite a lot of glare. I did test this out earlier. Honest. Okay. So search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Suspend 2 for a green. So, yeah, pretty cool card. Good to splash. There's not much fixing the set, so I think that's something that's worth thinking about if we go green. And I've got some other good things I want to play. Really sorry about this. There's give me 2 seconds. Let's see if we can sort this out. Okay, a little bit better there. So, Search for Tomorrow. It is 2 and a green. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It's got Suspend 2 for a green. So, cast at turn 1 seems really good. Later on, it seems less good. But it's not a bad rampant growth, if I'm totally honest. Good little fixing in green. Next, we've got Brute Force. Target creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn for a single red. In instant. So, interesting little combat trick, but nothing too spicy so far for a very spicy set. Feebleness, Flash, Enchanted creature gets -2/-1 for 1 and a black. Pretty solid so far, but nothing super spicy. Fathom Seer, Morph, turn islands, 2 islands you control to the owner's hand. When it's turned face up, you draw 2 cards, so it's a little bit like a Gush there. But it's on a 1/3 body and it's got Morph. So that's really interesting, actually. That's a nice little card. Then we've got Mycologist Cavalry. It's got Flanking. It's a 2/2 with Flanking for 2. That seems like a really powerful attacking card. Flanking is a really strong ability, really. Whenever a creature without Flanking blocks this creature, the blocking creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. So you can't trump with a 1 toughness thing. If you block with a 2/2, then this will kill it. And there's lots of things that go on with that. Then we've got Deep Cavern Imp, Flying Haste. It's got Echo to discard a card, so the first upkeep you have after you get this card, you got to pay the Echo cost. So it's a 3-mana 2/2 with Flying Haste. It's fine, but I think in more recent sets we've seen better cards than this, to be honest. Even at common. Slipstream Serpent, 8-mana 6/6. It's got Morph for 5 and a blue, and Slipstream Serpent can't attack unless defender player controls an island. When you control no islands, sacrifice Slipstream Serpent. So I think this is a callback to, is it Pirate Ship or something? No, it's not Pirate Ship. There is a card which requires, in old school, which requires your opponent to have a island and things like that. And I think it's got the sacrifice comment in as well. So if you know what that is, let us know in the comments. That'll be really good. But the name is escaping me right now. This doesn't seem great, if I'm totally honest. That's not really something I'm interested in playing. Pallid Mycoderm. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Spore counter on Pallid Mycoderm. Remove 3 Spore counters from Pallid Mycoderm. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. And sacrifice a sapling. Each creature you control that's a fungus or a sapling gets +1/+1 till end of turn. So fitting in with the usually green-based sapling deck there. Quite interesting little card. Has some potential to be played. Skerk Shaman. Can't be blocked except for artifact creatures and or red creatures. A little bit like Fear, I suppose, because that was black ability, wasn't it? Harmonize. What we've seen before, it's reprinted a lot in commander sets. 4 mana, draw 3 cards in green. Whipspine Drake. 3 blue, flying. More for 2 and a white, interestingly. So you got little different colours for that morph. You usually see it in the same colours, but obviously this is in a slightly different colour. So you can actually play this in a mono white deck quite happily. Don't need blue to play it at all. Mycologist, another one of those sapling cards with the beginning of upkeep. Put a spore counter on Mycologist. Remove 3 spore counters from Mycologist. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Sacrifice a sapling, gain 2 life. For the rare, we've got Hivestone. Creatures that control our slivers in addition to other creature types. So really get some good slivers, which I haven't seen any of yet. This is an interesting card to play. So it costs 2 mana. And then a nice Ponder for my first ever old bordered card. And that is a pretty nice one. Not a foil, but there we are. And my foil itself is Ancient Grudge. Destroy target artifact for 1 red, and then flashback for green. And a sapling token to go with it. Okay. On to pack 2. Nothing really pulling us in any direction so far. Got a nice sliver artifact there, but no slivers to go with it just yet. In red, Monkey. Poor Monkey. Banned. But Simian Spirit Guide. Exile it from your hand, add a red. Cool card, but a little bit too much for modern, it seems. Trespasser Ilvek. It's a human rogue. Discard a card. Trespasser Ilvek gains a shadow until end of turn. And it's 3/1. So, it's not fantastic, but it's a pretty good card. You can see it getting played. Erratic Mutation. Choose target creature. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. That creature gets +X/-X until end of turn, where X is a converted mana cost of all cards revealed this way. Where X is that card's converted mana cost. Put all cards revealed this way on the bottom of your library in any order. So you kind of hope this is a removal spell, but if you've got a big beefer, then you can play it as a potential combat trick, but you could always run the risk of destroying your creature. So interesting little blue card here. It's a combat trick and a removal spell in one, but there's a little bit of chaos in there as well. Temporal Isolation, flash enchanted creature. It's got shadow, prevent all damage that would be dealt to enchanted creature. So it can block creatures with shadow, but it can't block anything else. It's effectively a pacifism here, with a little bit of an interesting spin on it. Sentinel Woodreaders. It's a human druid. Kick it for 2 and a green. When it ends the battlefield, if it's kicked, draw 2 cards. It's 1/4 for 3 mana. For 6 mana, you get a 1/4 and you draw 2 cards. So, pretty good card for green. A little bit of card draw in there. Blightspeaker. Human Rebel Cleric. So it's a rebel. And it's got this ability. So, 4 and a tap. Search your library for a rebel permanent with convert my cast 3 or less. Put it in the battlefield and shuffle your library. And tap, target player loses 1 life. So Rebel is a black-white archetype, and it's apparently very good. I only ever played with the original Timespiral. I played 1 draft with it, but I haven't played anything else. Then got Drifter Ildal. This was in the original Timespiral. It's got Shadow, and at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Drifter Ildal unless you pay blue. So it's 2/1, effectively unblockable for a single blue, but you've got to play blue in each upkeep. And the draft that I did do, I had a few of these, and I had a few flying men as well, so it was kind of an evasive deck. And I think I got 2/1 in that draft, if I remember rightly. So it was a good draft. Might have got 1-2. Definitely won at least 1 round. Then we'll have White Mane Lion. This is another Timespiral card. When it enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. I think there's a bit of flash. It's not flash. A bit of flicker going on in this set. And this isn't quite flicker, but it's pretty good. You can also save your own creatures. And you can flash it in as a 2 mana 2/2. So lots of stuff going on here. It's a pretty cool white card. Got an Ancient Grudge, which we've already seen. That was the foil from the last pack. Got a Utopia Vow. Enchant creature. It can't attack or block, but it has tap, add 1 mana of any colour. So a nice little bit of fixing. But you can also use it to remove one of the opponent's creatures. Stronghold Rats. 3 mana 2/1 with Shadow. And whenever Stronghold Rats deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. So you kind of want to be hellbent with this a little bit, or try and empty your own hand. Whereas you don't want the opponent to be empty hand, to have any cards in hand. Stormcloud Djinn, 5 mana flying. Stormcloud Djinn can block only creatures that fly in and play red. It gets +2/+0 until end of turn and deals 1 damage to you. Obviously, got to be in a very much blue red deck. You could potentially splash it in blue at the 5 mana, but not too exciting so far. Timebender. Now this one's a bit more Yeah, that's kind of cool, but it doesn't really do anything. More for a blue, when it's turned face up, you either remove 2 time counters from target permanent or suspended card. So time counters were a thing in the Timespiral block in general. Or put 2 time counters on target permanent or a time counter with it on suspended card. So kind of messing with suspend, but not doing a huge amount. Pretty good rare. Boom Bust. Boom is 1 red for a sorcery. Destroy target land you control and target land you don't control. And Bust, 5 and a red, destroy all lands. Pretty niche, but it's an interesting little card there, and a spicy rare. And then the time shift card is Vandal Blast. Nothing amazing here, but you destroy target artifact for a red, and Overload for 4 red, so it's pretty cool. And then we've got a Spider with Reach. I'll have a quick drink here. So again, nothing really pulling us in any major direction. But hopefully we'll get something a bit more spicy in the rest of these packs. Quite loose packs these. Interesting. Okay, so got a really good card here. Rift Bolt. I have had some okay red cards so far, I suppose. Well, maybe. But we've got Rift Bolt here, so it's a lightning bolt for 3 mana. It's sorcery speed, but you can suspend it for 1 with red. So you can pay red on your turn, suspend it, and then cast it the next turn. Pretty good with some of the storm cards as well. So Rift Bolt is really good and a nice card to have at common. Gorgon Recluse, when it's 5 mana, 3 black. Whenever Gorgon Recluse blocks or becomes blocked by a non-black creature, destroy target creature at end of combat, but its mana cost is black. So if you can get it for black, it's really good here. Galarian Sentinel, flying, 1/3, 4 mana, and blue, tap, discard a card, return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. So blue-black madness is a bit of an archetype, and it helps you do the madness stuff. Not aware of very much reanimate in this set. Bind by Silence, another pacifism type effect. Enchanted creature, can't attack or block. 2 and a white. Quite like white so far as well. Another Search for Tomorrow, that was the first card we opened. Grave Scrabbler, zombie. Madness for 1 and a black. It's another madness card. When it enters a battlefield, if its madness cost was paid, you may return target creature card from graveyard to its owner's hand. So this is a Gravedigger, but you can madness it for 1 and a black, and a Gravedigger is a good card by itself already. Dreamstalker, bit of creepy artwork on this one. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. 1 and a blue, 1/5. Pretty good blocker. I think it's a decent little card. Got a nice sliver here. Watcher Sliver, 2/2. All sliver creatures get +0/+2 for 4 mana. So this itself would be a 2/4 by itself. And with that sliver artifact, pretty good if I have a few more decent slivers. So I would quite like to build a slivers deck with that. It would be pretty interesting. Rift Elemental, another one of these things that mess with time counters. 1 red, remove a time counter from a permanent you control or a suspended card. Rift Elemental gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Nothing really exciting there, to be honest. It's a cool card, cool effect. Oh, here we go, another sliver. All slivers have reach. Spinneret Sliver, 1 and a green for a 2/2. Firemark Carvu, Echo for 5 and a red. Enters a battlefield, deals 2 damage to target creature. When it leaves the battlefield, does 4 damage to target creature. So obviously play on Flame Tongue Carvu. And you play it, it'll shock something, and then if you don't pay its Echo cost, then it'll deal 4 damage. But if you do pay its Echo cost, then you can keep it around, attach trade, and then deal 4 damage to a creature. So lots of removal in this one card here, and it's really good, I think. Keen Sense. Green for enchanted creature. When a enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. It just doesn't say combat damage there. I built a really cool deck, 8 Alchemist in Pauper, and that uses cards like Ophidian Eye, which allows you to do cool things when you deal damage to an opponent. Fungal Reaches, uncommon here. It's a storage land, so it doesn't tap for any colours of mana by itself, but you can put storage counters on it and then tap for a whole bunch of mana at once if you manage to store the mana up, but nothing too exciting here. The rare Life and Limb. All forests and all saplings are 1 green sapling creatures and forests in addition to other types. So with the saplings, you can make them they are lands. The lands also become saplings. Pretty good in the sapling deck, and we've got a couple of cards which go with this. And then Time Shifted is a Thraben Inspector. Pretty cool white card. I've seen some other white cards I quite liked, so quite happy to open this one. And then a sapling creature token. Halfway through, still no strong signals. But hopefully get some more spice and a bit more value. I don't think we've opened a huge amount of value yet, but it's not all about the value, is it? If you're watching this and you're a regular watcher, sorry there hasn't been many videos out recently. There's been a couple of things going on. I do have an update to the cube coming out soon, so hopefully that should be good. Next one, we've got Brute Force. We've already seen one of these. Combat Trick +3/+3. Also seen a Feebleness. Also seen a Fathom Seeker. I'm sure that was in the same pack. This is weird. Banala's Cavalry. Deep Cavern Imp. Slipstream Servant. Pallid Mycologist. So what's the next colour card? It's red card. I'm expecting Skerk Shaman here. I did see an S. So Skerk Shaman. What did I have next? Was it a Search for Tomorrow? No. Was it Search for Tomorrow I had next? Seal of Primordium. Okay, so that's a card that I didn't have before. Haven't had this card before, but that was a bit of a weird order into the pack there. Sacrifice it, destroy target artifact or permanent for 1 green. So you can play it on your second turn, even if the opponent doesn't have any artifacts or enchantments, and you can sacrifice it whenever you need to. That was a really weird one on those cards. Good, another card I haven't had before. Outrider Encore. It's a core Rebel Knight. It's got flanking 2/2 for 2 and a white and 0. The next 1 damage that will be dealt to Outrider Encore this turn is dealt to target creature you control instead, so it can deal damage elsewhere. It's also a rebel, which is quite useful. Basalt Gargoyle, flying, echo for 2 and a red. Pay red, it gets +0/+1 until end of turn, which is unusual for red cards, but that's what this set's all about. Slightly unusual things. It's kind of like reverse fire breathing, I suppose. It's also a 3 mana 3/2 flyer in red, which is pretty good. Might of Old Crowser. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Cast in your main phase, it gets +4/+4 until end of turn is dead. Nice one. And then we've got a mythic. Not an exciting mythic, but it's a Restore Balance. Suspend 6 for a white. Each player chooses a number of lands they control equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest. Then sacrifice the rest. Players who sacrifice creatures and discards cards the same way. So cards in hand or sacrifice creatures. So everybody gets the same amount of stuff. It's a cool card. I'm not really super excited to play it. And Talran Sky Summoner. Yeah, fine. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Definitely playable. We'll see what the end deck ends up being. Oh, this is a nice, exciting extra rare. Red-green for Radar Head Keld. Whenever it attacks, you may add red, and tapped add green. So that's actually really good. Little rare there for some kind of ramp package. Okay, interesting. And then we've got a assembly worker kind of mech thing going on here. That looks really cool. That's a really nice token. Got me tokens and rares and other bits all kind of mixed up together here and lands. I mean, we've got a mythic. You know, it's pretty good so far. Again, nothing really pulling us in any one direction. I did like that Radha. Nice bonus foil rare is always good. Okay. Dirkwood Bailoff. Suspend cards are pretty good. If you manage to play as turn 1, it's a threat that's always going to be coming. Another thing, suspend cards do have haste when they come in. We've got Bone Splitter Sliver. All silver creatures get +2/+0, so we've got a little bit more for that Sliver artifact to go with as well. Strangle and Suit, destroy a power creature with toughness 3 or less, and flashback for 5 and a red. You play this in pretty much any black deck, and if you can hire a mountain in there as well, it's just extra gravy. 4C, scry 4, draw 2 cards for 4 mana, sorcery. Sidewinder Sliver, another white sliver, and all sliver creatures have flanking. So 1/1 with flanking, and also cares about other slivers having flanking. Dark Withering, destroy target non-black creature, madness for a black. and this is 4 black at instant speed. So you can discard at instant speed, it's really, really good. But it's not a bad card by itself already. Logic Knot, X, blue, Delve, counter target spell unless its controller plays X. And yeah, okay, it's a counter spell. It's got Delve. It's a pretty decent card there. Lymph Sliver, so I've got another white sliver here. All sliver creatures have Absorb 1. Absorb's really good. If it's also deal damage to a sliver, prevent 1 of that damage. So I'm now thinking that slivers might, like white base slivers might be a playable deck here, because if I can get the artifact in there as well, and get some of these things going to other slivers. I've got 3 white slivers, which isn't a bad start. And I've got some other good white cards as well, so really think about that, maybe with red or green or both. Cold Stalker, 4 mana when it enters a battlefield. If you cast it from hand, add red. It's a 3/3, so yeah, pretty cool. If you can cast on the card off, it's good. Reflex Sliver, all sliver creatures have haste. Okay, so that's another good sliver creature we've got going on here. Riftwing Cloudskate. When Riftwing Cloudskate enters a battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Suspend 3, and it's 1 blue. Okay. Yeah, seems pretty good. You can suspend it, it can come down, you can return something to hand. It's not bad. It's an interesting card there. It's a 2/2 flyer as well. Henchfiend of Ukor. Haste, Echo for 1 black. It's a 3 and a red card. It's a 3/2. And if you play a red or a black, it's got hybrid mana there. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Another sliver. It's a black-green one here. All slivers have sacrifices permanent. You gain 3 life. Not something I'm super excited to play, but it's a sliver. Venser, Shaper Savant. Flash, 2 blue. When it enters the battlefield, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. So this is a bit of a counter spell, but it just returns it to hand, doesn't counter it outright. And then we've got Dismember, black card. But it's 1 black or 1 Phyrexian black. Target gets -5/-5 until end of turn. So definitely getting played in a black deck. And if I get a non-black deck, still potentially gets played if I'm a little bit low on removal. But it would cost me 4 life to give something -5/-5. And then we've got a nice Kobold in the token slot. Okay, 1 pack left. This has the foil Thoughtseize in it. I hope. Ugh. Sticky glue on this one. Okay. Sapraloth Ancient. Beginning of upkeep, Spore counter. Creatures you control have removed 2 Spore counters from this creature. Create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. So what this does is it reduces the amount of spores you need to take off creatures. I've got a few of these. Might be worth building that deck. Sting Scourger. Echo for 3 in a red. It's a 1 in a red creature. 2/2. Enters the battlefield. Return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. So you play it, enters the battlefield, return it, bounce creature in red. Interesting little thing on red there. 1 black, 1/2 Wrathy Tapper, or Trapper, sorry. Black and tap target creature, so it's a black tapper. Snapback, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than play the spell's mana cost, return target creature to its owner's hand. Momentary Blink, the card which made Blink a thing. 1 white, exile target creature you control and return to the battlefield under its owner's control. So you can protect your own creature, you can get enter the battlefield effects as well. Really good with some of those the Echo cards as well. Flashback for 3 in a blue. Deadly Grub, vanishing 3. When it dies, if it had no time counters on it, create a 6/1 green insect creature token with Shroud. Shroud's like hexproof, but you can't target yourself as well. Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, but not. Think Twice, draw a card, flashback for 2 in a blue. So 5 mana, draw 2 cards. Blade of 6 Pride, it's a Rebel. It's a 1 and a white for a 3/1. So I've got another Rebel there to go with some stuff. Thesis, however you want to say it. Destroy target creature. Its controller loses life equal to its power plus its toughness. It's 3 black. But it's suspend 5 for 1 and a black. So pretty good if you can suspend it, but it is away for 5 turns. But it might turn the tide when you need to. You're probably never paying its actual cost. Mayaboa, 2 mana, 2/1. Swamp Walk and regenerate it for a green. Return to Dust. It's exile a target artifact or enchantment. If you cast a spell during your main phase, you might exile up to one other target artifact or enchantment. So pretty good if they've got 2 artifacts or enchantments on the battlefield. How to cast this in your main phase. Rare is Magus of the Future, one of the original Magus cycle. Play with top card of your library revealed. You play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. So, yeah. Can't remember the original card for that. See in the future? Something like that. And is it going to be the Foil Thoughtseize? It's not. It's a Manifold Key. Okay, that's fine. It's a pretty cool card. It's a nice brown bordered artifact. I know some people do like them. And then foil, Joyrous Timebug. Tap, choose target permanent you control that's suspended, card you own. If that permanent or card has a time counter on it, you may remove a time counter from it or put another time counter on it. It's a 1/2. Final token is a Goblin. Okay, so what I want to do now is go through my piles. I'll put the Dismember with the artifacts there. I want to go through my piles and say which cards I'm interested in playing and which cards I'm not as interested in playing. Definitely feeling black-white, but we'll see how things go on here. Got some good stuff in red as well there. I've got that nice Hivestone there as well. So I'll start with green. That's a spicy card. I'll put that quite high. This is medium. This is fairly medium. In green, I think the Slivers one is fairly medium. I might splash it if I do play the Slivers deck. Medium. 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 Lots of medium here. Interesting removal spell there, I think, as well. Yes, it allows them to ramp and mana fix, but it can also make you ramp and mana fix as well. Yeah, lots of medium stuff actually. Like, there's nothing really going in the bottom pile, so not very much strong, but a lot in the middle of the road here. Next one. Yeah, I've got 2 of these. They're all right. Don't really think I'm excited playing that. This is more of a, like, got lots of sideboard stuff in red here. Bounce, it's fine. It's red mana war, I suppose. Yeah, kind of medium. Nothing's really jumping out in any of these piles so far. All Sliver creatures get +2/+0. Go on a Sliver deck, but not necessarily anything else. That's pretty. That's actually not too bad. 3 mana, 3/2 flyer. It's fine. Unblockable. Fine. Fine. This is actually pretty good. That goes up top. Boring. Fine. I think I only want one of those in the main deck. No. That's fine. Okay. So, a little bit more of a split there. Red's not really singing to us right now. Pile these, all of these up. So you just get a sealed pool like this. It's not a bad pool. You don't have bad cards, but nothing really do anything. This is a really interesting card, but I don't think it's like totally a bomb, especially with the suspend. If you draw it kind of turn 7 and it's not really do anything. Deadly Grub's cool. If it manages to survive, you get a 6/1. 3 mana, 3/1. It's not a huge amount. The Rogue, actually, the Rogue's quite good because it's a rebel, and it's a tap so actually I quite like that. I would say that's medium. Destroy target non-black creature, instant speed. Yeah, actually that's just solid removal. If you manage to discard it, it's bonus. If you manage to play this in a red deck, it's pretty good as well. So that's just solid removal. This one's fairly medium. This one's fairly medium. Grave Scrubber. It's kind of between the two, I suppose. Pretty medium. whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a non-black creature, destroy that creature until at the end of combat. So it's like Death Touch, but it's not. And if you can get out of Madness cost, is good, but I didn't really see a huge amount of Madness enablers. So I'm going to say that's fairly medium. Another medium card here, unblockable, but makes you discard as well. Blightspeak is really good. That's a really solid card. I think I've got enough rogues for it to do something. Not rogues, rebels. Trespasser Ilvec. Nah, it's not doing anything exciting. Another medium card. Another medium card. Right then, blue cards. Starting with Ponder. Lovely old border card here. But, you know, at the end of the day, fairly medium, unfortunately. Talrand, potentially good. If I have the instance of sorceries to go with it. Venser. You know what? I think it's just medium. Makes the Future. Now, I think this is actually quite good, but heavy on the blue. So I think that's kind of in the middle. Think Twice is fine. Snapback is fine. Rift and Cloudskate is fine. Logic Knot's fine. Lots of fine cards here. Like nothing really feels really bad, but nothing feels amazing either. Slippery Serpent. Actually, I think that's actively bad. Fathom Seer. Pretty cool. I think that's definitely playable. Dreamstalker. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's a good like slow card. Stops pretty much anything getting through for a while. Cavern Sentinel. Blue. Tap, discard a card. I think that's really helpful in this because if I go blue-black, then I'll be able to have the madness stuff going on. Return opponent, you control that's on its hand. Time Bender is a bit rubbish. Storm Couching's not great. Drift LL, it's fine. Erratic Mutation. Choose target creature, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. That creature gets +X, -X until end of turn. Interesting, but pretty boring. Whipspine Drake. Now, this has got more for 2 and white, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. In fact, I could play this in a white deck. In fact, yeah, I have to bear that in mind, actually. I'm just going to put this up here with the gold cards, I think. And another Slippery Disturbance. Another Fathom Seer. Because they opened in the first and the fourth pack I opened. Then the white cards. And I'm still feeling quite good about the white cards. I had some cool slivers in here. And some other good stuff, just like Thraben Inspector. Really solid card. 1 mana, 1/2, but it investigates, so it creates a clue, so it's really a 3 mana, 1/2, and draw card. I think that seems really solid. Oh, it's really solid. Restore Balance, spicy card, but not that interested in playing it. Return to Dust is fine. Blade of the Sixth Pride is fine. Momentary Blink, it's cool, but fine. Limp Sliver, actually I think that's going to be quite good. That's kind of a middle card. Sidewinder Sliver is also a middle card. Outrider Encore. It's got flanking and okay, yeah, seems solid. It's another rebel as well. Pallid Mycoderm. I've got 2 of these and I think they actually get better in multiples. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Bernard Cavalry, 2/2 with flanking. Got a few flanking things going on. Another Watcher Sliver. Watcher Sliver. It's another sliver. Bound in Silence. Enchanted creature, can't attack a block. I didn't realise it was a rebel aura earlier as well. It's a tribal enchantment. White Mane Lion, it's solid. So actually I'm not putting anything up top. Oh, this could go up top. Mycologist, got another sliver thing going on. Not sliver. Fungus. Right, okay, so I'm starting to have a feeling here. Because what I didn't realise is my sliver stuff and my fungus stuff went in the same deck. And if I make fungi and I've got out the Hive Stone, then the Hive Stone are going to be slivers and the sliver stuff will affect those slivers. So I want to build a white-green deck and see where I lie. I'm also going to probably sneak this Whipspine Drake in our deck as well. I think that seems a pretty good way to go. The Dismember could go in. We'll see what we feel. See if we feel like we need the removal, but I've got a couple of good enchantments there. I feel this is actually really good. So if I have this out with the Hive Stone, And I've got something to do with slivers. I think that's going to be really spicy. So yeah, I think that's that seems interesting. Restore balance. Not too fussed about that one either. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a plan. Don't want discard sliver. All slivers have sacrifices permanent gain. You gain 3 life. I don't think I do. I don't think that's going to do it very much to splash the black in this deck. Okay, so I'm going to say that the Whipspine Drake is a 3 mana card. 2 mana, 4 mana, 2 mana, 2 mana. Nice removal spell. 4 mana, 2 mana, 4 mana, 3 mana. Sidewind Slivers are 1 mana, but it means Slivers have flanking, which seems really good. 5 mana on Limp Sliver. Momentary Blink. I could play that. Protect a creature. Blade of 6 Pride, 3/1. This is proving to be fairly aggro, but that's not a bad thing. Temporal Isolation for another Aura. Okay. Life and Limb's a green card, so make some more forests into saplings, which could also be slivers. With the Hive Stone, they're definitely getting played. I think they like game plan, make lots of slivers, make lots of fungi, and make all my fungi into slivers. Okay. Search for Tomorrow. A bit of ramp. I think I might play one of these, but I don't think I'm going to play both. And kind of hope that I'm going to get it out in the deck. Harmonize. 4 mana, draw 3 cards. It's in green, which makes it even better, but pretty solid. Sentinel Wood Readers. Yeah, that seems fine to play. Utopia Vow. Bit of removal spell. Bit of ramp. Don't think I want to play the second Search for Tomorrow. Spinneret Sliver gets played. It's a sliver. They get reach. It's 2 mana 2/2 by itself anyway. Keen Sense I think seems solid as well. Seal of Primordium. Good bit of enchantment and artifact removal. Mycologist Crowser. Not that spicy, to be honest. We'll put that on one side. Probably not getting played. Dirkwood Bailoff. Yeah. Suspend is just good, I think. And you know, if you draw this late, it's a 6 mana 5/5. That's fine. Reflex Sliver. Slivers have haste. Saproth Ancient. It does the thing where you reduce the spore counter cost and also get spore counter itself. 5 mana 4/4. And then we've got Mayaboa, which seems like another solid 2 mana card. But actually, I've got a lot of 2 mana cards there. The Swamp Walk and the Regenerate seem really good. Might take out the Blade of the 6th Pride, although it is a rebel. I didn't get the rebel I got out of the rebels was black, so I don't actually care about rebels particularly. So I think the Blade of the 6th Pride come out. So currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 non-creatures. So 29 cards. Probably want to drop this to 23, so I want to take out 6 more cards. And what are they going to be? I think with Seal of Primordium, Return to Dusk can come out. I think I'm going to lose a creature or 2, probably from a 2-drop slot, because I've got a lot of 2-drops here. But I've got a lot of good 2-drops here. Mycologist does... So I've got lots of flanking, I've got lots of slivers, and I've got lots of fungus stuff, which is the 3 main themes of the deck. Don't really take the Riverbow out, because I think that's a fairly unblockable card. I think it's a problem for opponents who are especially playing black. I would definitely side this in against a black deck. That's without a doubt. Spinneret Sliver, yeah, it's a sliver, does the sliver things. Flanking 2/2 is solid. This is also solid 2 mana 2/2. Mycologist does the... I'm not sure how much my sapling stuff's going to go on, but I think I want to see how it goes. And then we've got another 2 mana 2/2 flanking, another Banalish Cavalry. So I might leave them all in for the moment. It's only 6 cards there, and just say I'm a bit of an aggro deck. Not super aggro, but there's a lot of stuff that's hard to block there. Might take our search for tomorrow. I don't think that's doing enough for me here. Got some good removal. I might take a Seal of Primordium. It's really cool, but I think it is half, like almost a sideboard card. I think it's main deckable, but I want to go with my main deck plan here. The Sentinel Wood Readers, sorry. 6 mana, 1/4, draw 2 cards. I want to be fairly aggressive here. I don't know, it's a question of how aggressive do I go. Probably just play the Terramorphic Expanse as well. I don't think I need to play the Dismember. I think I've got enough removal anyway. Probably take the Utopia Vow out. I've got other removal spells that I could play, and this does allow them to fix and allow them to ramp, so it's probably not the best card to play. So that's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-creatures, so I'm still at 26. I'll take another 3 cards out. I probably want at least 1 creature out of them, because I've got some good non-creatures here that I want to play with. So yeah, Sentinel Wood Raiders doesn't do the thing that my deck's really bothered about. White-green to have a flyer is probably fine. Might just take the Bailoff out. I don't think it's doing enough here. Had another effect when I came in, I would probably play it. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. And then I've got the Terramorphic Expanse. So yeah, that's the deck. Add some basic lands to it. Looks quite fun. Might keep it to one side. I don't have any pre-releases or anything planned. I'm not a big fan of playing over the webcam. If you made it this far, I've just flashed up a code on your screen for some Magic Online cards, because I will be playing Timespiral Remastered on Magic Online. I'll be doing some drafts, so it feels appropriate to put some Magic Online cards there. Some good value in there if you made it this far. Let us know if you use the code. It's really interesting. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like I say, I've got the Cube update coming out soon. I'm also going to be doing a video on a draft on Magic Online on this set. Really looking forward to that. Hope you've enjoyed it. I enjoy doing these sealed decks on camera. I enjoy talking about the cards. It's a really, really interesting set as well. Can't wait to play it with some friends. And I hope to catch you all again soon. Bye for now.